North Carolina Supreme Court has a stacked calendar heading into the spring arguments. Cases vary from an appeal over black-owned properties targeted for demolition to a law firm's attempt to dodging defamation claims over allegations of voter fraud.
There's a lot to get to, so let's bring in Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes. So, a stacked agenda. What are the biggest cases that catch your eye?
I mean, the Supreme Court hears a number of cases throughout the year, and they don't have an opportunity to listen to all of them. But when they do, I try to figure out which ones are the most intriguing. And so over the years, most recently we did a lot of voter registration, voter suppression type cases. And the Supreme Court has kind of been hands off on the types of cases and more so deferring to the state's authority. But these three cases I thought were more intriguing than like groundbreaking. You have the one where the contractor is trying to get tax breaks. Everybody that's a small business owner is trying to get a tax break. So they bought this machine that would allow it to spit out the ground at a faster rate. However, the issue was that they're saying that this is not for their business, but they had to produce it for other businesses. The Department of Revenue said, no, you guys are not able to get this type of tax break. However, the court disagreed with them and said, listen, they're supposed to get this type of tax break. And so now the state appealed it to the Supreme Court. I'll be looking at that one closely to see if I can qualify for any type of tax incentive and tax breaks as well. Another one that's kind of hitting closer to real time where we're talking about looking at voter elections. And additionally, looking at voter elections in terms of challenging them. This case is from 2016 when former city of Charlotte mayor and at the time was gubernatorial candidate Pat McCrory challenged Governor Cooper's win. He said that, listen, we have folks that were double voting, and his attorneys went in and testified in court that there were individuals that were voting in multiple times on the ballots. Those individuals said, well, listen, I only voted one time, and because now you've named me in this case and said that I was an example of someone that voted multiple times, I'm filing a lawsuit for defamation. The court was going to try to allow this to stay in there, and these attorneys are saying, listen, we have an absolute defense. Because we've named these people in the middle of a lawsuit, we should not be able to now have a defamation claim brought against us. I think that case will be one that I can continue to watch because, as I mentioned, this is something that's real time. The former president, Trump, is bringing multiple claims like this. And the last one that I can say quickly is this black lawsuit with the black landowners on the eastern part of the state. The state was already deciding to take 150 parcels from individuals across their city. However, they went after 50 plus that were primarily black owned. And what the court was saying is that you guys didn't, the plaintiffs didn't follow the procedures to stop this from happening. Those black landowners are saying, listen, even if we followed the procedures, it would not have stopped the state and the city from taking our property. And because of that, we need the Supreme Court to step in.
We've seen, like with the Supreme Court, that those decisions will come out usually in early summer, in June or July or whatever. Is that the same kind of thing when they come out here for North Carolina Supreme Court?
Typically a case that goes in front of the Supreme Court in our state, they'll make the argument, and after oral arguments, it's about 6 months for them to make a decision. This landowner suit is one that I'll be watching closely because I believe that this one will have further reaching ramifications. We talked about a claim a couple weeks back about eminent domain and how the state can come in and take your property. This falls around that same line where they can condemn your property and then you don't have an opportunity to get it back. They'll have to give you fair value for it, but these landowners are saying we don't want fair value for our property. We just want to keep our property. So I'll be watching that one extremely closely.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people who might be in that position saying, hey, like I need to keep my property. So we'll keep an eye on it. Khalif, thank you.